The Communist Party of Nepal. Nepali. Nepal Communist Party is a communist political party in Nepal. It was founded in 1994 after breaking away from the Communist Party of Nepal. The party has led 3 governments. From 2008 to 2009 and from 2016 to 2017 under Pushpa Kamal Dahal and from 2013 to 2015 under Baburam Bhattarai. The party was previously known as the Communist Party of Nepal, placed first in the election with 220 out of 575 elected seats and became the largest party in the Constituent Assembly. In the 2013 elections, the party won 80 out of 575 elected seats to become the third largest party in the Constituent Assembly of Nepal. The party dissolved on the 17th of May 2018. After merging with the Communist Party of Nepal to create the Nepal Communist Party. However, on the 8th of March 2021, Nepal Supreme Court stated that the allocation of the name, Nepal Communist Party, upon the merger of the CPN-UA and CPN, and by extension the merger itself, was void ab initio, as the name was already allotted to a party led by Rishiram Kattel, and that the NCP stood dismissed. Upon the ruling, the 2 predecessor parties were revived in their original state immediately prior to the merger. Although should the 2 wish to merge again with proper procedure being followed, it would be fully allowed. The party was formed in 1994 following a split in the Communist Party of Nepal into 2 factions. One led by Pushpa Kamal Dahal and the other led Nirmal Lama. The electoral front of the party, the United People's Front of Nepal, also split, and the faction led by Baburam Bhattarai allied with the Pushpa Kamal Dahal-led Communist Party of Nepal. The 2 United People's Front of Nepal decided to register itself with the Election Commission. But the commission only recognized the Nirmal Lama-backed party. Baburam Bhattarai responded by calling for a boycott of the 1994 midterm elections. The Unity Centre led by Pushpa Kamal Dahal went completely underground after the split to begin preparations for its next phase of struggle. The party held its 3rd plenum in March 1995, where the party renamed itself to the Communist Party of Nepal. It also decided that for the true liberation of the people, all efforts must be concentrated for the development of a people's war that would usher in the new People's Democratic form of government, and officially decided to give up its policy of taking part in parliamentary elections. The March meeting was followed by 6 months of preparations to recast the old organizational structure into a fighting machine. And in September 1995, the plan for the historic initiation of the People's War was adopted by the Central Committee of the party. There then began a series of public meetings all over the country under the aegis of the United People's Front of Nepal as part of the final politico-ideological preparation. The party launched the Seizure campaign in Rolpa and Rukum, named after the Sisne and Jaljla mountains in the 2 districts, to propagate the ideology of Marxism-Leninism-Maoism. In October 1995, during the Seizure campaign, a fight broke out between supporters of the United People's Front of Nepal and other parties, mainly the Nepali Congress and the Rastriya Prajatantra Party, at a village in the eastern part of Rukum. The newly formed government under Sher Bahadur Deuba moved swiftly to arrest the UPFN supporters, accusing them of creating public disorder. The police then launched Operation Romeo in November 1995. Officially, Operation Romeo was labeled as an operation to control a rise in criminal activities in Rolpa. Operation Romeo resulted in gross violations of human rights, including the arbitrary arrest and detention of hundreds of members of left-of-center parties, rapes, executions and disappearances. In the light of this action, the Political Bureau of the Central Committee of the party met briefly in January 1996 and made the final decision on the historic initiation of the People's War for the 13th of February 1996. On the 4th of February 1996, Baburam Bhattarai led a 3-member delegation of the United People's Front of Nepal to present a memorandum to Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba. The memorandum warned that unless the government took initiative to fulfill their 40-point demands, by the 17th of February the UFPN would launch an armed revolution. On the 13th of February 1996, after Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba had left for a state visit to India 2 days before. The office of the Small Farmers Development Program run by the Agricultural Development Bank was overrun in Gorkha district and the loan papers were destroyed. This was followed in the evening by attacks on police posts in Art Biskotrari in Rukum, Hori in Rolpa and Sindhuligadhi in Sindhuli. The People's War was formally launched after the Communist Party of Nepal Act in July 1997 at the initiative of Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister Bamdev Gautam. The act would give the police wide-ranging powers against pers.